What is up, everyone? This is Review It. I'm James, and today I'm going to review the new Liam Neeson movie, NonStop. Yeah, I know this isn't necessarily new, but it came out a couple weeks ago, and I did see it the day after it came out. However, I'm just now getting the chance to do the video. So let's get into it. First off, this movie stars Liam Neeson as a air marshal who is on a flight, and he gets a text message from an unknown person saying, if you don't transfer this specific amount of money to this account, then I'm going to kill someone on this plane for every 20 minutes. And the movie is him trying to figure out who it is and save the other passengers on the plane. So first off, let me just get into the good things about this movie. Number one, all the acting is pretty darn good. Especially Neeson, of course. Who thought he wasn't going to do good? But anyway, the acting is really good. Everyone does a really good job. Even though some people are into use, like Julianne Moore and the guy from House of Cards. I can't remember his name nor who he plays on House of Cards, but he was the bald guy. I know that's not much to go off of, but yeah, he's in the movie and he does a good job. Okay, now to the plot. The plot is actually very interesting, and it kept me involved in the movie, and I was actually on the edge of my seat for a good part of the movie because it is very intense. It's very fast-paced. It really kind of gets you early on, and it keeps you in it until the very end. Okay, now to get into things that I'm not too crazy about. One being Liam Neeson's character, and that's not to say that he doesn't act the character very well. It's just the character himself. And what I mean is, we have seen this type of character hundreds and hundreds of times. The depressed, alcoholic father who's got troubles with his family, who's divorced also. We've seen this happen hundreds and hundreds of times. So while it doesn't necessarily detract too much from the movie, it just seems a bit too cookie cutter and cliche for Neeson's character to be that way. But it doesn't necessarily affect the overall enjoyment of the film. The finale is kind of a good and a bad for me, because the whole movie is believable to a certain extent, of course, but the movie tries to build itself as a realistic, believable story of an air marshal trying to solve this mystery. But once we get to the end of the movie, things go haywire. Everything just becomes completely outrageous and unbelievable, to a point where it kind of took me out of the experience of the movie and made me go, that's impossible. That wouldn't happen. Not in this kind of movie where we're trying to believe everything that's happening. It doesn't fit right. It kind of felt like they put that conclusion in there just to add some over-the-top excitement. What I'm getting at is that completely goes against what the rest of the movie has set up, and that is this believable story. And I don't know, it just kind of hurt the overall experience for me. Maybe it's not for some people, but for me it kind of did. But considering the fact that I actually really enjoyed this movie, it's pretty easy to rate it, even with the few flaws it has, the finale flaw only being the major flaw, but it doesn't necessarily ruin the movie for me, just kind of took me out of the experience. Not to say that the finale wasn't exciting, it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of took me out of the moment of the movie. In conclusion, I'm going to go with a matinee on this movie. I really did enjoy it, and I saw it for a matinee price, and I felt like it was worth it. I didn't feel cheated. So if you haven't seen it yet, and you want to check it out, but you're not really sure whether or not it's a great movie, just go for a matinee. That's probably your best bet. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. This is Review It. I'm James. See you next time.